Okay.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Today, Mauro, one of our students from the 7 p.m. class, will be presenting the Oracle database. He has been working with Oracle for over 20 years for now, and he's currently working at the prosecution's office in Brasilia. So I will pass my word to him and let him do his presentation. You can
Okay.
go ahead, Mauro.
Good morning, guys. Thank you, everyone, for joining us in this presentation. My name is Mauro. I have been working with Oracle in the last 11 years. And today I will talk about Oracle database general concepts. The objective here is introduce to you the basic concepts and general overview about this database. Let's go. First, I will go to the past and the 97th to talk about the context in this time. And in this decade, we have uh, 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 we have few databases and like key value database. Okay, when I talk about key value database, I remember immediately of mumps and arrays and matrix. The data is stored like an array, like a matrix, um, and I had hierarchical database too, and a good example of hierarchical database is IBM IMS, and I have another model, another similar model to hierarchical database is a network database. Network database is evolution to hierarchical database because when a user or developer makes a query, many data wasn't found because doesn't have connections between the nodes. And here, it's possible to create new connections between the nodes. And the classical way to store data, libraries, physical archives, books, and so on. This is the context of the 7th. It's important to remember these technologies because today many of these technologies are come back, and no sequel is a trend. Okay, but it's important to remember the problems with many of these technologies. It's fashionable, but it's important to remember. And lots of inconsistent, redundant data. It's hard to manage the data inside this kind of database because you can have many copies of the same data. And when you have two or more copies and you update one of these copies, the other copies aren't updated. It's outdated and don't be inconsistent. Lack of
Inconsistent.
standards. Inconsistent, yes,
Yeah.
inconsistent. Lack of standards. In this databases, the construction of the database is part of the creativity of the developer. You don't have a standard. You don't have a pattern to model in your database, and you don't have a official language. For example, we have two databases of the same type, And in one database you have a language, another database you have another language, and the other vendor database you have another language. And these databases don't talk each other. Store and manage data is not efficient. It's not efficient because you have many replicated data and many redundant data, and this without no need to store many replicated data. Flexible, precise queries are hard or impossible in some cases. For example, you have a hierarchical database, and you need to query to create a complex query with many filters and um, many relationships. And in many cases, you can't retrieve the data, or retrieve the data. It's so hard, and the data cannot follow many business constraints. Uh, the business constraints must uh, must be developed by the by, uh, by the developer. You don't have any solutions inside the database to help the developer to construct the to modeling the solution. It depends the creativity of the developer too. The path to the data may have a high cost. Uh, is the is the same problem here? The flexible process queries and hard or impossible in some cases. The path in a hierarchical database can be hard to access. And imagine a physical archive too. You need to find a book inside a huge archive. The time to find this data is very large, and it's not precise. You find a book, a specific book, and you need to read the book to find the data. And sometimes you not find the data there. And the Oracle databases, as bigger the database, as difficult to find a data and difficult to maintain it. Scalability problems. Uh, it's the same problem as huge is the database, as hard to perform, as hard to uh, 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 it's hard to maintain the data. And today, uh, talking about the key value databases, this kind of database can be scalable, but for specific uses. It's very useful to create cache, but not useful when you have complex relationships. And many guys try to solve these problems. And an important guy in this history that changed the way to store the data is Edgar Frank Codd. Edgar, Edgar Frank Codd is this guy. This is the father of relational databases. He creates he creates a theory called uh, relational algebra, and the relational algebra is based to the math set theory. This theory brings to the relational algebra. Each set is represented by an entity, and each member of the set is called in the relational algebra as an instance of entity. And these entities are related each other. And all operations available in sets are available between the entities too. And with this idea, three guys developed the Oracle database: Bob Miner and Larry Ellison and Ed Oates. These three guys, and this time, had a company to make services to the government, to the U.S. government, and he creates a solution he creates a relational database to solve some problems in this time, and these guys resolve to expose this database in the market and creates the first relational database in the market, the first commercial database, the first commercial relational database, sorry. And one of the most important parts of this database is a transaction control. A transaction control is a big evolution and the way to store and manipulate the data. The transaction control had some principles like atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability. Atomicity,
Atomicity.
each transaction is entirely executed. A transaction is a set of operations executed into the database, and if one operation fails, all operation fails too. And a transaction is treated as a single unit. Consistency: before the execution of a transaction and after execution, the data is consistent. The data doesn't lose your consistency. The data is not corrupted. And isolation: in the database, you have many concurrent users, many concurrent connections, and each user executes your transactions. And during these executions, one transaction doesn't modify another transaction. Each transaction is executed isolated. And durability: after a transaction is executed, the data persists in the database. Okay, let's go to the basic architecture. Let's see how this database works. I have a classical client-server architecture. Oh, sorry. Close the audio, please.
It's not from you, Mauro?
Yes, there are.
Hamilton.
Are people speaking close to you?
Hamilton, close your audio, please.
Who is it?
Hamilton.
Se você for contra, se o ouvinte localiza, biometria facial te acha.
Não, ele falou um negócio que eu achei bem preocupante, que ele falou, ó, os nossos robôs, a gente está trabalhando
The Hamilton?
da inteligência artificial dele, porque no caso dos nossos carros, da Tesla, se o carro ficar maluco.
Okay.
All
Let's
right,
go,
done.
guys. Can you hear me?
Yep, go on. Sorry for that.
Yes,
Okay.
it's fine.
And this architecture, you have a basic client server architecture, and when you need to access the Oracle database, you need a client, a SQL client. In this case, imagine you use a SQL developer, and you start your SQL developer. This process is called user process. And the SQL developer tries to connect to the server and find available connection. And this connection is established with the server. And when this connection is created, on the server side is created a server process too. And inside this server process has a allocated memory called program global area. Inside this memory, the server process works the data of this user. Trade separated the data of this user process on the server side. And the server process access the shared memory of the database too, the shared memory of the instance. Imagine this is an instance of a database. And here I have a system global area. It's the shared memory for all server process. Each user has a server process too. And the server process has this common memory to access. And this memory, you have some compartment. Here, this image is a simplification to the system global area. Here I have this main parts. The shared pool is the place where Oracle stores all SQL and PL/SQL calls in the memory. The buffer cache is the database, is where the Oracle stores the data blocks in the memory. Oracle calls the data files here using a background process and store this data in a buffer cache. When you execute a execution plan, the logical reads are made in a buffer cache. And read log buffer. Each operation in a transaction is stored in a read log buffer. And during the transaction, this log is stored in the memory, and next is stored in the read log files. Java pool. Java pool is a memory of a JVM inside the database. Oracle database has a Java virtual machine as a module. And large pool is a optional area of the memory to extend some functionalities and extend the performance. And here I have background processes during the database execution. These processes executes managing the files in the memory of the database. The data files is a database locale on the disk. Rather log files is a log of transactions, and the control files are files to that the database uses to control the database to execute tasks into the database. Here you have that database names, you have addresses, pointers, and so on. and look for this, looking at this architecture, you imagine one instance per server. It's true before Oracle 12c. After Oracle 12c, Oracle uses improved architecture, and the multi-tenant architecture. Each server can be one or more databases. Imagine you have 5 databases and each database in one server, and you need to upgrade all databases. It's necessary you make the update server by server by server by server, and it is very expensive because it requires many people, requires many infrastructure, and etc. And this architecture, you can have many databases inside the same server, and you can improve the processment and the memory in this database, adding more machines or more virtual machines in the same cluster. CDB is an acronym to container database. And this model, you have a container database that contains the another databases, the real databases, the application databases. And here I have a root, and inside the root I have a metadata, a common metadata between all databases and the common users. And the seed PDB is a prototype to construct new PDBs. And each PDB is a database. And as you see here, you must be many databases. And application root is like a root, but to share metadata between specific PDBs. Okay, let's go to the languages. The languages is a way to the developer can access the data and can manage the data. Is the way where the developer works with the data. And inside the Oracle database, you have three languages or 3 sets of languages. You have a SQL, is a query language. It's a language to maintain and retrieve the data, to query the data. You have a PL SQL. PL SQL is a programming language inside the database. You have a multilingual engine. A multilingual engine is an extension where you can work with another languages, good languages in the popular languages in the market inside the database. And I have SQL subdivisions. SQL is subdivided into many other languages. DQL is a data query language as a classical select. Here I bring an example. Select ID, name, hire date from employee. DML, data manipulation language. Data manipulation language is a language to your managing your data. It's a classical insert, update, and delete. And here I show a example of insert. Insert an employee name, hire date, and the values, the name of this employee and the hire date. I have DDL, Data Definition Language, is a language to create objects inside the database. And here I display a classical created table employee with the columns ID, name, and hire date. The DCL language, the data control language, is a language to manage the privileges to the users. I must grant or revoke privileges. In this case, I display this example: grant select on employee to Teddy. And in other words, Teddy have a privilege to read employee, to read the table employee. DTL, data transaction language, is a language for transactions. This language delimiter the transaction blocks with begin and end, and have another controls to confirm to confirm some operations like commit and rollback if an operation fail in this case. And I have the PL SQL. PL SQL is I spoke. PL SQL is a language for is a programming language inside the database. Here I bring an example to program to PL SQL block, and I create a variable message here, and inside the main block I create another block with another variable called message2. And here I create a section of exceptions to treat errors that happens here, and that's it. And multilingual engine. Multilingual engine extends the PL SQL functionalities using another languages. In this example, this code creates a Java source inside the database. You can create you can use Java programming inside the database in this way, using this syntax. Create Java source named hello as public class hello. Here I create a class hello, and next I need to call the methods of the class hello as a function or as a procedure to execute inside the PL SQL block. And here I create a function hello that returns varchar2, which returns varchar2 as language Java. And here I call this method. It's important to see here that all methods called as a function or as a procedure must be static methods. I can use JavaScript too. And when I use a JavaScript, I create a module with my JavaScript with many functions. And next, I must create procedures or PLSQL procedures or functions to represent or to call this JavaScript module. Okay, in this case, I create a procedure greet because my first function doesn't return any data. And next I create a function concat. And PL scale to call my JavaScript module. And I can use C too. To use C, it's needed you call you can call a library. You can create a library, and next you need to call the functions inside the library as functions or procedures, similar to the other languages. And now I will present for you guys the editions of Oracle database, the product family. Usually, Oracle has these 3 editions. The Express edition. Express edition is a basic edition where you can start your learn path and start your experience of Oracle. This database has basic functionalities and is not recommended by a by a company, by a professional use. And I have a standard edition. A standard edition, you can start a professional use of Oracle. Standard edition bring many important functionalities, but it's not a complete database. It's not an Oracle complete database. And you have Enterprise Edition. Enterprise Edition is a database for high performance. Inside this database, you have all features of Oracle. You can explore the entire Oracle. And you have other edition. Other common edition is Personal Edition. Personal Edition is Enterprise Edition for developers. Only the developer can use the Personal Edition. It's not for multiple users. And you have database cloud services too. These databases can be installed on-premise or available in the cloud too. And the common SEO platform, the recommended SEO platform is Linux. It's very common you see Oracle installed in Linux environments. And Oracle usually supports Linux better than other operation systems. And database cloud services. I have a base database. Inside the base database, I can have a standard edition or enterprise edition. Autonomous database. Autonomous database is the auto-managed database for Oracle. This database execute many DBA tasks, but the DBA is needed yet. I have these 2 first solutions using the shared infrastructure. But if you need a dedicated infrastructure, you can create you can use a dedicated Exadata. Here you can design your network, you can design your nodes, you can choose where your Exadata is installed and how the OCPUs is distributed, how the memory is distributed. You have you can administrate your fleet and your quotas, and you have to the exit data cloud at customer. Some companies, for compliance reasons, need to use Exadata Cloud at customer because the data is stored inside the customer data center, but he uses part of the cloud infrastructure of Oracle. And about the autonomous database, you have three types of workloads. I have an autonomous transaction processing database. This database is appropriated for OLTP applications. You have an autonomous data warehouse database. This database is appropriated for OLAP applications. And you have autonomous JSON database. It's a document database that uses JSON. And that's it, guys. I finished my presentation. I hope to help you to understand a little bit about Oracle database if you don't know. And thank you for watching.
Very good.
Congratulations,
Congratulations,
Mauro.
Mauro. It was amazing.
Thank you.
I do have a question.
Yes.
Also, anybody can feel free to ask questions. I'll kickstart with mine. Mauro, what do you think the Oracle database differentiates from other types of databases that are out in the market? Do you think there are more features available? How do you think it's superior in your personal opinion?
And Oracle is superior for many reasons. Oracle always is a vanguard of the technology. For example, today, Oracle 20 AI is integrated of all tools, all AI tools. You can perform vectorial searches and prompts inside the database using the company data, using the documents stored in the company. You can work with vectorial database plus Hug, and most important features for the for for the world today. And you can find these features and the other database. And when you find these features is not equal, the Oracle, don't correspond the quality of Oracle.
Very good, very good. Does anybody else have any questions for Mauro regarding the Oracle database, the product itself? No questions. Does anybody here use Oracle, or is it just Mauro? I think it's just Mauro that uses it.
Any people use other databases that you guys prefer over Oracle?
Everyone's feeling shy today. Marcel, do you use any databases? Any
I
different
think
databases?
Marcel wanna talk.
No.
Uh,
I use PostgreSQL because when I create projects, I don't use project from production, and I prefer to use a free database to practice. So
Today, Oracle has a free tier where Oracle allows you use a free autonomous database, and this database has the same features of PostgreSQL and the better features. This database is auto managed, and you doesn't need to worry with many DBA activities and infrastructure activities. Oracle apply patches, Oracle update your database, and uh, generate logs, and and Oracle manage the standby databases. For example, you have a fail in your database. Where do what do you do? You need to manage this situation. Oracle creates a copy of this database using data guard, and when your database fail, Oracle up this standby database automatically for you, and you have a high available environment. It's free, for example.
I believe the weakness of Oracle database is the price because it's expensive for the company put this database in production.
Today, it's not too expensive. Oracle makes Oracle delivery good prices for databases today, and you can use a database with a good price. For example, you use a on-premise Postgre database. You need to contract a team of DBAs to manage your database. Okay,
Mhm.
and when you have a big problem and that you need support, you doesn't have support, and
Mhm.
Oracle supports for you. Oracle solve many of these problems for you. And this situation is part of the cost. And you have a high cost. It's very expensive for a company when you have a database unavailable, when you
Mhm.
have a fail in your services. And in Oracle environment, you have a high availability, and you need less DBAs to work for you, less infrastructure professionals working for you.
It makes sense. Makes sense. I believe these depend. Um, I believe the size of the project. If I have a complex
Yes,
one and a big one, the database recommended is Oracle because of that you explained.
yes. Makes sense too. And Oracle Cloud, you have another database like MySQL. You can start the construction and MySQL, and it's easy to you next you migrate your data from the MySQL to the Oracle database. It's much easier, this process, because these two databases are Oracle products.
Sorry, but I received a message here. Sorry, I can you
Okay.
say what?
No.
You mentioned two database. Sorry, or
Yes,
two resource.
inside the OCI and the Oracle Cloud, you
Mm.
have other databases too. For example, you can contract a MySQL. You can you can do a MySQL subscription and start with this database. And when you need to grow up, you can migrate the MySQL to the Oracle database easily and with less cost, with support. And MySQL has a free subscription too. Autonomous database and MySQL has free subscriptions.
So my secrets have the some syntax and some features. If you compare with Oracle, it's easy to migrate from MySQL to Oracle database.
Yes, in this case, it's easier because both technologies are maintained by Oracle.
Okay, it's like a light version of Oracle. So MySQL.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah,
And
MySQL, it's very simple to create a Docker with a instance of MySQL and create projects using this database. It's very easy, and have a lot of tutorial to do that.
yes, it's very popular, and the community is huge, and you find many information about MySQL too.
It's very important. It's very important because sometimes n- the developers in general, the knowledge is focused on the SQL, the queries. We
Yes,
focus on the queries, and we don't care about database configuration, optimization, and how I can handle it with fail on my database. In general, the developers care only about to read and write data on the database. This is
yes,
our care. So have a plug and play database to just run in a Docker instance and use the database is more common in our daily situations. And the MySQL, it's a very good one, simple database to work.
yes, you are correct. People worry with these tasks, just the database increase.
Yeah,
When the database is increasing, people see the scalability problems and maintaining problems and look for a strong solution.
yeah, yeah, I agree totally.
Yeah, so I have a question. So I work at a ERP company. I use Oracle daily to make triggers, make queries. I know this is not the reality for major developers, but there are companies that put the business at the database. Although this is not recommended right now, there are a lot of enterprise companies that do this and will continue to do so for many, many years. So we know that there are a lot of databases, new databases, not new databases, but they are increasing their popularity very quick, very fast, like PostgreSQL, like MySQL, like mentioned, they are innovating rapidly. And Oracle is also innovating rapidly, like offering like free options like Oracle XZ. There are Docker options too for Oracle XC, although they are not offer to use in production, despite the restrictions, policy restrictions. There are very many companies that use Oracle XC free for start. So my question is, do you think the Oracle will introduce more features, more more options to be used like free, like Postgres, or to acquire more dominance beyond this enterprise stronghold there is, because I feel like Oracle is used very in these enterprise companies, like well-established companies with a lot of money, a lot of dominance, and Oracle even have its own ERP. So what's your take on that?
Great
Today,
question.
when you look at database statistics, for example, where your data is stored, you find that Oracle is responsible to 18 about 18% of all company data. Then Oracle is dominant, and is Oracle is very dominant. And about these features, today you can use autonomous database free and in the cloud. And the autonomous database has many features found in the standard edition, and you can use you can access a strong database, and much better than these other free databases. And you have a support. You have the same features of these other databases inside the autonomous database.
Yeah, nice. So you think Oracle will stay like this, like focusing on enterprise solutions, or do you think they will be more open-minded and start
Yes,
pushing it forward?
today Oracle is opened for started companies, and Oracle has a startup program to introduce many beginners to the Oracle, many short companies into the Oracle,
Small companies, right?
small companies. Yes.
That's nice. Okay.
Cool. Any more questions?
Yes. Listen me.
Yep.
You
we
hear
can.
me? Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Lucas. I'm new here. I have a question. How many people's using Oracle today?
I don't know, but uh, 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 I I tell you now the Oracle take care of about 80% of all company data in the world. Is Oracle is very dominant. According to the Oracle statistics, the company has about 7 million daily users. It's many users.
70 million.
7 million.
And
Nice.
let's not forget
Thank
3
you,
billion
Gustavo.
devices.
Uh,
Yeah.
I believe they are more focused on company.
Uh, sorry. Repeat, please.
I believe they are more focused on companies.
Yes,
Not
yes, but in the in one of these slides in the presentation, I talk about a solution for developers, a personal edition. You can use a personal edition. Spends about 150 reais per month.
Nice.
And you can access all enterprise edition features.
Very good.
How much? Sorry.
About 150 reais. You can access all enterprise edition features.
Nice.
It depends of the quantity of processment you need,
Makes
but
sense.
you can start around this cost.
Good.
My
Mauro, can you send your LinkedIn on the chat before we finish, just so everybody can see both of
Yes.
you?
Uh,
Lucas,
Oracle
were you
is
saying
very,
something?
I want to say Oracle is a very popular database in big companies. It's a robust. There have a lot of robust solutions, so it's very common you see. And sometimes we have projects with microservice using another database, but the the main of the main database in general in the companies are Oracle.
yes, yes. Hugo brings the good information here. Mercado Libre has several projects use Oracle DB.
Yeah.
Oh,
I get an opportunity. I work with in a project where we create some routines to create replic from the Oracle database to our Aurora DB on AWS. So, and we also have another database, MongoDB. It's a NoSQL, and we for the microservice we use Mongo and Aurora DB. But when the user access, we create we trigger a replic for each access, and we have a routine daily update our database with the Oracle database because we don't use all the data from the Oracle database, and we create this schedule to replicate some data for our
Replicate.
database, replicate what we need to the microservice.
very nice. And Oracle, in Oracle today, you have a concept of I, I forgot the word by now. Is the database can store all kinds of data, and you need only that one database to work with
Kind of,
all all kind of data.
yeah.
And for example, if reduce costs, if save costs, because when you have many technologies, sometimes you need a DBA for each database and a specialist for each database. When you use this kind of database, you need only a team of DBAs, a team of specialists, and these specialists can manage and can take care with your unique database, and you don't worry with support or these other databases, and you have one support, one point call to support you.
It's a practice of Oracle to do lectures on the company teaching how use the feature of Oracle.
Yes, yes.
It's important.
On the YouTube, there are many channels, and
Mhm.
LinkedIn too. And you have Oracle University. Oracle University is a portal with many lectures, many presentations, many videos, where you can learn a lot. And it's the place where you can do exams to hold your certifications.
It's a
That's cool.
it's a very important way to get markets, because when the developers and the database managers, I forgot the name of database manager, is the manager of database is I forget.
DBA.
DBA, yeah. If you have a lot of DBAs and developers with knowledge from Oracle source, it's more easy to get a price of market. Price? It's correct, guys. Price? It's
What is the
a
word?
fatia de mercado. Market
A slice of the market.
Slice.
Yeah, a slice. Get a big slice of markets of database in the companies.
Yes.
All right,
Very
guys.
good.
So that's it. You can connect to Mauro on LinkedIn. I just sent him his link. Oh, did I? Yeah, I did. So make sure to connect to him. If you have any more questions, feel free to reach out. He's very open to answering questions. So let's take a picture and wrap up for today. 1, 2, 3, and
More people coming.
perfect.
There we go.
Thanks a lot, Mauro. I'm very happy to see your progress. I mean, you're always developing as a professional and as a speaker of English. You are becoming a great international developer, and it's just the beginning. All right.
Thank
you
you,
for that.
Gustavo. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Thank you, Mauro.
Thank you very much.
All right, everybody.
guys.
Have a
Bye-bye.
good rest of your day and a great weekend.
Enjoy your Friday. Go have a beer. See you soon.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.